What's going on, guys? It's your boy Torque Crunch, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 heart characters in the whole game. Let's just get into it. So coming in at number 5, we've got ourselves Tag Team Sajin. I know you're probably like thinking, oh wow, right off the bat you've got this guy in there, but let me just go ahead and explain. So stamina is at 820, attack 564, defense 295, spiritual pressure 531, focus 237 for an average of 489. So those stats are all pretty good, right? He has good average stats. Attacks a little above average, I guess, and SP is about average, I guess. His soul trait is strong attack damage plus 20%. His killer effect is 40% against captains and 20% against hollows. So he gets 2 killer effects because of, you know, being tag team. One for his Zanpakuto and one for himself, which is awesome. That's unique about him. Sprinter is his first skill. Second skill is long reach. Bruiser is his third, and then fourth is his frenzy, and then fifth is devastation, and then debilitator coming in at the number 6 spot. Let me get into the numbers. Long reach 25% is, or 25, it's not percentage, it's just plus 25, is actually insane. It's so much range on this character. When I first saw him, he was a character that, you know, either needed speed or range upgraded, just because if not, then he was going to be terrible from normal attacks. The 25 is insane. It's a really, I think it's probably the highest increase, so really good. Makes his normal attacks good, you know, it makes it so he's usable. Bruiser increased normal attack plus 20%, which is good. Frenzy, double strong attack hits, so his SP being at 531, it's all right, but then he gets double hits on that, so that's even freaking better, you know. Devastation plus 20% special damage, and then he gets debilitator, which is increased time of paralysis, because he does inflict paralysis through his special 100% of the time, and his special can hit quite hard as well. All 3 of his strong attacks can also inflict paralysis, so this character is very good, man. When you add all of those together, I know he's not a favorite of many, but he's got really good things that go for him, especially his strong attacks, you know, having frenzy. One thing a lot of people say about him is he's super slow. Like I said, the long reach is what makes up for it, I guess, in a way. He is a little slow, I'm not gonna lie, but it works. It still works. And then the 2 killer effects. So come on, add all that up, you get yourself a pretty good character. Best build, I would go with a hybrid, definitely, so you can get some attack and some strong attacks in there. Coming in at number 4, we've got ourselves Tetsuzaemon Iba. I can never say his first name. This character I know might also be kind of a surprise, but then once we get into the stats and skills, you'll see why he's in the top 5. Stamina is 1221. What the hell? Attack 589, defense 292, spiritual pressure 519, and focus at 246 for an average of 573, which is the highest average in the game. The reason he has so high stamina is because of his soul trait, which is 320, and it's already implemented into his stats. So that's why he gets that inflated stamina and really high average. But that's not to take away from his other stats. 589 attack is really good. Defense is nice. Focus isn't too much. Spiritual pressure isn't the greatest either. His killer effect is 20% additional damage on hollows, so that's not too bad. His skills are sprinter. Long reach, increased area of effect for his normal attacks plus 20. Havoc, increased strong attack area of effect plus 20. Bruiser, increased normal attack damage plus 20%. Frenzy, strong attack hits up, so he hits twice on his strong attacks. That's like the best skill. And weakened defense, adds the buff ability to special move. And then the last one is a soul trait requirement. That's not important. So as you can tell, man, he's insane. Like the skills, if he didn't have frenzy, I wouldn't put him in the top 5, but because of frenzy, he's just so good. Like looking at his stats, you would think, oh, okay, the way to go is just put some chappies on him. I mean, he's got super high attack, really good stamina, so just, you know, build that up. But the fact that he gets frenzy, like, no, the best thing to do is build a hybrid. Put some accessories for his attack and spiritual pressure. Add a frenzy Ichigo, you know, with the normal attack and strong attack link, and then you get a frenzy Byakuya. Hybrid build is the way to go with Iba here. He's very strong, guys. Like, just add that all together. His strong attacks aren't the coolest. They don't inflict any kind of like status ailment, but I mean, with Frenzy, they're gonna hit quite hard. He's only melee. All his strong attacks are melee. That's another downside. And his special isn't the hardest hitting, but you know, add all that together, I mean, he's still good. His defense, I mean, his special will add weakened defense from his skills, so that is an advantage as well. So as you can tell, man, this character is very good. Coming in at number 4 is Tetsuzaemon. I said it right there. And coming in at number 3, we've got ourselves Ulquiorra. I know this might be a surprise to some of you, but it's not, man. This character is freaking OP. He's been released for a long time. Let me just get into his stats and we'll talk a little bit more. Stamina is 728, attack is 532, defense 283, spiritual pressure 609, focus 263 for an average of 483. His soul trait is strong attack damage plus 20%, so that's not too bad. His killer effect is plus 20% on Soul Reapers, a very good killer effect as well. And we'll just get into his skills while we're at it. We'll just get through everything. Sprinter, Frenzy, strong attack hits up, devastation, increased special damage plus 40%, long reach, increased normal attack area of effect plus 10, and bruiser, increased normal attack damage plus 20%. Spiritual pressure 609, an additional 20% on his strong attacks from his soul trait, and then you get double strong attack hits. It just, all that combined adds up to just like the most insane strong attacks, you know. And third strong attack, I want to make this clear, his third strong attack is top 3 strong attacks in all of the game. Him and Fullbring Ichigo, I think their third strong attacks are like the coolest and the hardest hitting. So that's one thing about him, is that he has a really good third strong attack that will literally one-shot anyone almost. In PvP, he can literally one-shot almost anyone. And then of course, devastation, increased damage on his special. He can hit very hard from his special. And then he also has bruiser, which is, and long reach, which, you know, add to his normal attack, which he doesn't have that low of attack, which is 532. So you can do a hybrid if you want. My suggestion is go with a strong attack damage build, just so you can add and add and add to his spiritual pressure and his strong attacks, and I mean, it'll just add to even more and more damage. So go with a strong attack damage build. Segunda etapa coming in at 3. I know that might surprise some of you guys. You guys might have thought, oh, I'm being biased. No, you see, this is completely me taking all that out of the way, you know, not thinking, oh, my favorite characters are going to rank higher. No, I'm doing it just off pure stats, skills, and everything, just looking at where they rank. So yeah, Ulquiorra at number 3. And at number 2, we've got ourselves Tsukishima, Fullbring Tsukishima. Let me just get into his stats. Stamina 804, attack 532, defense 290, spiritual pressure 630, focus 269 for an average of 505. Spiritual pressure, I think, is like top 3 in the whole game. I think he must be like 3rd or 4th, something like that. Soul trait is full stamina. Okay, so this one is a really unique soul trait. Whenever he's at full health, he gets 20% extra damage. Not just specifically normal or strong attack damage, it's just the full package. So I really like this soul trait. Also, on top of that, I mean, it's not like completely, it also has its flaws. If it's for PvP, this doesn't really work too much, but like if for PvE, this soul trait, I love it. It's really helpful in it. You can notice the damage. His killer effect is 40% additional damage on captains, so that's a very good killer effect. His skills are Sprinter, increased normal flash steps, Long Reach, increased normal attack area of effect plus 10, Havoc, increased strong attack area of effect plus 10, Bruiser, increased normal attack damage plus 20%, Berserker, increased strong attack damage plus 30%, and Debilitator, increased duration of inflicted status ailments, which is his special. He gets really good skills. He doesn't get Frenzy like Ulquiorra or the previous 3 actually, but he gets a 30% Berserker, which is very good, especially with, you know, his 630 SP. He also has his soul trait that all adds up. He still hits super hard, which I also like. And Debilitator is probably one of my favorite skills of his, is just because his special hits super hard. One of the harder hitting characters out there, and he does inflict weakening on the enemies. So, you know, the Debilitator just makes it last that much longer. Another thing that's amazing is that he's got a healing strong attack, and that's his second strong attack. He heals the whole party, so he is a healer. It's this guy has the complete package, and then he has that little thing on top of that, which comes in handy in PvP and PvE and any kind of game mode. The best build on him is actually whatever you want. In my opinion, he's really good with normal attacks, strong attacks, or you know, just a hybrid. If you want to do anything, he's actually a very good character for that, just because he gets everything well balanced on skills. His attack isn't the highest, but I don't know, it just feels very good, especially with the soul trait that he gets. So it really is up to you if you want to do a hybrid. If you want to do, I would probably not go all the way with a NAD, but you can do it. It still works for him. So I mean, it's completely up to you what build you want to do with this character. And coming in at number 1, we've got ourselves Toshiro Hitsugaya. This character, it was kind of a toss-up between him and Tsukishima at number 1, but I had to give Toshiro the slight edge. We'll get into his stats and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Stamina is 786, attack 535, defense 290, spiritual pressure 626, focus 263 for an average of 500. His soul trait is 20% additional damage on strong attacks, of course, which is a very good soul trait, especially with his 626 SP. His killer effect is 20 additional damage on Arankars, which is okay. He gets Sprinter, Long Reach, increased normal attack area of effect plus 10, Bruiser, increased normal attack damage plus 20%, Blast Zone, increased special move area of effect plus 20, Frenzy, increased strong attack hits, Devastation, special move damage plus 40%, and Debilitator, increased duration of inflicted status ailments. So he gets pretty good, you know, upgrades on his normal attack, you know, the plus 10 range, and then the 20% normal attack damage increase is a very nice increase. Really cool thing about him is that his normal attack has a chance of freezing the enemies. It's only a 2% chance, but it's very good. It lasts for about 2 seconds. He gets Frenzy on top of having 626 SP and then the 20 strong attack damage link. Frenzy on top of all that is just crazy. And then the best thing about him is that he gets Blast Zone, you know, increased special move range, 40 additional damage, and then Debilitator, which increases the time that the enemy freezes because his special freezes the enemies. It hits super hard, and then on top of that, they'll be frozen for like at least 10 seconds. It's insane, man. This character is like one of the better boss killers, and just amazing strong attacks. This character is amazing. Like I said, it was a toss-up between him and Tsukishima. It kind of came down to Tsukishima having like healing. You know, he has healing, but Toshiro freezes with almost everything he does. So I had to give him the slight edge. Of course, he also has Frenzy, which is insane. So Toshiro at number 1, best build, strong attack damage all the way. Just because he has such high SP and his strong attacks are like extremely good, you want to like take advantage of that. So go with a strong attack damage build. And with that said, that is the top 5. I'll go ahead and list the last, the 3 notable characters that I could have put in, but I decided other characters were slightly better. We've got Hogyoku Aizen, which definitely could have made it in the top 5. It's just, I don't know. I mean, his skills aren't up there anymore. His skills aren't that great. He has really good stats, but his skills just aren't that great. Byakuya Kuchiki, White Day Byakuya, is actually very strong. He has very good skills and stats. Slightly better skills than Aizen, not as good of stats as Aizen, so they're kind of even. Also, I didn't put him in there either just because I thought, you know, the other characters were slightly better. And then we've gotten a Now, which is actually surprisingly very good. I didn't see this from her, and yeah, she could have came in as well. She's very good. She has very good stats all around. So those are the 3 notables. I hope you understand that I'm not over here being biased. As you can tell, my favorite character is Ukiura, and he's only at 3. Even though if it were in my opinion, he's the best. So anyways, that's the top 5. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please slap the like button. It means a lot. It's motivating that you guys do that. And anyways, I'm done. You guys take care. See you guys in the next video. Peace.